Dun, dun, dun. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Oh, hello. Hello, and welcome everybody to this fantastic, lovely dinosaur chat update, whatever you want to call it. This is the current thoughts as of today, February 23rd. As you can see, if many of you who know, I've been trying Marauding Raptor, Otypic Huntmaster, some of those cheaper dinos, accelerators, trying to maybe find out if Regal Imperiosaur is going to stay in forever. We'll see. Well, time will tell, but I got to say I've enjoyed going back to the tried and true, the tested over hundreds, thousands of matches. Sylvan Scrying, Archdruid's charm as well. That really is, it can't be beat. Can't be beat. The list, as always, in the description, link tree to the Discord, all that good stuff. Yeah, so the primer as well. If you happen to be new and you want an even more in-depth chat, it's right there, but I'll try and delve into it as much as possible. The main thing, though, with these early spells that get a specific land, that's the most key thing. And it's very resilient, of course, being lands that you make a big amount ahead of schedule and you get off to the races. With the namesake Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, hopefully seeing a Sunken Citadel in your hand, maybe plus a Castle Garenbrig and a forest. With those three lands, you only need one more, because Sunken, of course, it taps for 2 mana of the chosen color, and that 2 mana from one land going towards Castle Garenbrig. Chances are you're just naturally going to draw some other land down the line. Sylvan Scrying, that might also be in your hands. If the Sylvan is in your hand with the Sunken, the forest, and the castle, you're making 7 eventually, 7 by turn 4. You play Sunken first, and turn 2 maybe, you expect a Thoughtseize or a Duress. The opponent could be in black, and you dodged a bullet. They haven't cast it yet. Maybe they held up a black mana for Fatal Push. Oh, shoot, look, Fatal Push is so good against this. It stops your early acceleration and little creatures. There's pros and cons to both ways, but this, I gotta say, I like when opponents are helpless. But then Sylvan Scrying, you cast it on turn 2 after the Sunken untaps, and you play the forest, you grab another Sunken, you play that second one on turn 3. You have 2 with the Sunken that's untapped again, plus the forest. You can maybe dig with a Commune, grab perhaps a Vaultborn Tyrant, prepare for turn 4, because that's when you're making 7. Second Sunken, Castle Garenbrig, turn 4, enters untapped because you have a forest down that you played on turn 2. Boom, you play Vaultborn, turn 4. Oh, do they have removal? Good, you get a copy. Maybe you play Tyrranax Rex. Oftentimes, you might think it's a little bit cheese and glass cannon. That is not the case. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant is just the best thing you can do. It ends opponents because everybody gets to attack with haste. But oftentimes, Tyrranax Rex, that's all you need. You cast this on turn 4. They can't counter. They can't kill. It connects. It hits. They probably don't have enough power to trade with it. Possibly you have a second one. Maybe you started off with a T-Rex in your hand and you use that Commune on turn 3 to grab another one. Boom. Play one turn 4. Play a second. Turn 5 and just dead. You don't have to do anything much else other than that. But Vaultborn is lovely stuff. Carnage Tyrant, very reasonable to play that. And going back to the Regal Imperiosaur, I'm leaning more towards day in, day out, day after day, as it stretches on, that maybe Regal Imperiosaur, the spot it's taken up, should be something that achieves something. It is a very deadly plan, so there's a lot of cases where you don't have to worry about what the opponent is doing, anything the opponent has done, how many pieces of single target removal they have. It doesn't matter, because Ghalta drops everything and drops your opponent to nothing, or oftentimes negative, because you're playing big stuff, bigger than anything the opponent has, and you get the job done. All right, back to it. A brief interruption there, but yeah, Ghalta, Stampede Tyrant, doesn't matter. They're single target removal usually. You're dropping so much stuff. even if they're packing 3 pieces of it, which they might not have enough mana for all those 3 pieces, chances are you're still going to get the job done. Maybe they can only kill one thing. For all the stuff that Ghalta drops, you have a Regisaur and a Palani's Hatcher. They only take out one. You're still left with one of the dinos that gives everybody haste. You attack with them. It's lovely. But achieving nothing really has to be mentioned. In some cases, Sylvan Scrying, it could be Marauding Raptor, Otepic Hunt Master. Good in their own right for their own reasons. But picture this. You want to get ahead eventually. You spend 2 for Sylvan Scrying, but you spend 2 for Marauding, and you accomplish nothing. You wasted a turn. You spent 2 to basically discard it, because the removal that the opponent uses on the Marauding Raptor, you never would have cared about anyways down the line. The Fatal Push, the only thing it can take out is a Regal Imperiosaur, and that might not even be in your list. You might choose to omit this, bring in something a little bit bigger, a creature with a mana value of 5, 6, you name it. The early turns are all about setting up and getting an explosive turn 4, and that is quite nice. A stable turn 4. A Thoughtseize, you can't get rid of a land if you have, a Sunken, a Forest, and a Castle Garenbrig in your hand as always, and that is lovely stuff. And also in the sideboard, testing out again to help a little bit in the aggro matchup, which I haven't seen too much the past couple of days. Quite nice indeed. Pyroclasm, pretty much the best thing for that. Possibly some sort of other sweeper, but 2 damage to each creature. I don't have any small stuff that would be killed by it. Possibly the dinosaur eggs from Palani's Hatcher, but it's not like I'm going to be using Pyroclasm after Palani's Hatcher. Chances are it's going to be happening turn 2 for sure. Kogla and Yidaro, a little bit more interaction, maybe. Ghalta putting this on the battlefield would be quite nice indeed. But that sort of cycling option to get rid of a Damping Sphere, which is stopping my lands from tapping for multiple mana, the Sunken and the Castle Garenbrig. Back to nature too. Lovely, lovely stuff. I've been facing a little bit more 5-color Overlords, Enigmatic Enchantments deck, and no, that's really packing the punch. I wasn't using it for a couple days, and I really noticed the difference. It was cursing my luck whenever I faced off against those particular things, and a Tranquil Frillback for graveyard stuff, and maybe a little bit more artifact or enchantment hate. A well-rounded, deadly plan to start with. It's going to devastate a wide range of people, and then, we got some good stuff in the sideboard, and continue to update, tweak, test, see if I do really prefer the Sylvan and the Archdruids, which, I think that's the way to go for me. But of course, I'm always going to be playing it. I'm going to get to 1,000 streams, 2,000, 3,000, possibly with just Stampede Dinos even. So yeah, take a big bite out of that like button and prepare yourselves for a whole lot more
ruthless aggression.
Oh, right. Peace. Have a good one.